To our special Hope Walks webinar. Thank you for spending a few minutes of your Sunday evening with us. I'm so excited for you to join us, but first, some housekeeping. So you are all aware we are recording this so we can send it out to those who weren't able to join us. And second, we do want to hear from you. So please type in the chat where you're calling from, or where you're watching from. And then throughout the next half hour or so, as you guys have questions, please use the Q&A at the bottom, and we'll get to those either through type or we'll answer them online. So my name's Scott Reichenbach. I am the president of Hope Walks, and I'm so excited you're here with us tonight. Now, you have seen most of the container clinic videos or pictures that we have sent out over the last few months. It's awesome. The Texas A&M BUILD team did an amazing job. Medical Bridges filled it with much needed equipment and supplies, and the special logistics group got it there. And then our Kenya team and friends blew me away, and with such a perfect setting, an amazing structure, and just a beautiful facility. And we're so grateful for these partnerships. But what you haven't seen, and what we've been keeping under wraps for a very long time, is the work and effort that happened behind the scenes to get this container there, and a beast of an influencer who helped make it happen. You see, this container is just the beginning of the story. To understand why and what we're about to share is such a big deal, you have to understand where we started. Hope Walks works in more than 210 government and faith-based hospitals around the world. We don't have our own facilities. So one of those places is Kilifi County Hospital on the coast of Kenya. And the team there is world class, but the space, quite honestly, is pretty terrible. It's this one tiny building. Half is used in an orthopedic workshop, and the other side was just one small bed where the team provided clubfoot treatment. So seriously, on one side, you would have a 1-month-old getting casts, and literally 15 feet away, a technician was using a drill and a saw to make a prosthetic brace. Dust, noise, heat, certainly not conducive to healing, and certainly nothing that you and I would experience in a health center here. And if you're a parent waiting for your turn, there wasn't a waiting room. You were sitting like these moms outside in the dirt or on the wall, huddling underneath this covered walkway to get out of the hot Kenya sun or the rainy season downpours. As an organization that provides healing and hope in the name of Jesus, this breaks my heart because this space was not a good reflection of his beauty and his awesomeness. But then we met the students from Texas A&M, and their build program takes these 40-foot containers and turns them into state-of-the-art medical clinics. They're awesome. And then they agreed to build one for us and get it to Kenya. And when I shared this opportunity with Ann, our country director, she suggested this clinic in Kilifi, and it's the perfect spot. So the skills and generosity from Texas A&M BUILD enabled us to go from one cramped room to now this fully equipped building with double the space, and most importantly, a safe and dignified space where our parent advisors can meet and pray with and support the families we serve. As you've most likely seen, we finally cleared customs, we paid the hefty import tax, and in February, we finally cut the ribbon on this amazing new clinic. Our VP of Programs, Adam Rydell, and I, along with a couple other friends of Hope Walks, were there for this grand opening. It was a beautiful celebration with the community, the hospital leadership, our program graduates, and even some retired clinicians came back. But here's why we called this meeting and what you don't know. When that container set sail from Texas, it didn't just carry medical supplies, it had the eyes of the social media world on it. A shipping container to Kenya is no small feat. So thanks to the friends at Special Logistics Group who watched it as it crossed the ocean, we also had a special friend from BUILD who, let's say, was a beast of a friend from BUILD, who agreed to cover the shipping costs. But not only that, they said they would send a video team to film the grand opening celebration. Now, video is one thing, but this is a Mr. Beast video. So, quick poll, how many of you know Mr. Beast? If you don't, we've got a poll on the screen, so you can click away. Let us know. I'm curious how many of you know or have heard of Mr. Beast. And if you don't worry. It probably means you live under a rock or you're just over the age of 45. But Mr. Beast, his real name is Jimmy Donaldson, is a social media internet giant. He's 28. He's been named one of Time Magazine's most 100 influential people in the world. And he has nearly a half a billion YouTube subscribers. But he's also incredibly generous. According to a quick Google search, he's already given away more than $200 million. So, yes, Mr. Beast. And if you don't know him, ask your kids or grandkids. Mr. Beast sent a video crew to film the grand opening of the Hope Walks Clinic in Kenya. And we're about to share that with you. It's actually only been out for a few hours today, and it already has over 500,000 views. The video is centered on the amazing students at Texas A&M and their BUILD program, but it's a super fun video, only about 8 minutes long, and it includes a great segment on Hope Walks and our Clubfoot program. So why am I so excited about a video and why is this so important? Well, now millions of kids, adults, and families will learn about Clubfoot. They'll see it's treatable. Over the last 6 months, our work has been featured in a global health economics journal, in Christianity Today, and now one of the largest YouTube platforms in the world. I know many of you have heard or seen about Clubfoot, hadn't heard or seen about Clubfoot before you met Hope Walks. And this is the case for millions of people around the world. This correctable condition is largely unknown, yet it leaves thousands of kids disabled because they don't have treatment. This is one segment from one influencer, and we are going to be able to reach millions of people with the message that there is hope and that hope walks. Already, just today, in the short time this video has been out, there was already someone in the comments section saying, "My child was born with clubfoot. Can you tell me where and how to get treatment?" So hold tight. In a second, we're going to show you this video, but we also promise to give you a gift. Not only does Mr. Beast do crazy things like this, but he also has a candy brand and he has candy bars. So for all of you joining on this call tonight, you're going to receive an email tomorrow asking for your contact details. Please send us your name and address, and we're going to send you your own Mr. Beast Feastable chocolate bar. So let's get started. And afterwards, I'll be happy to answer questions. So again, at the bottom, there's a Q&A thing. Feel free, write your questions in there, and then we'll get to it. And we can talk about our work and the places we're going. But first, let's watch this video. It's pretty awesome.
What if I told you we could turn this shipping container into a life-saving medical clinic? This is what the shipping containers look like before we do anything. But once we're done, it will literally look like this on the inside. The clinic we've been working on is going to go over to Massachusetts at the end of the video. But that's not the only project we're doing in this video.
We're going to send 5 unique clinics to medical deserts around the world, where getting to a doctor just isn't realistic.
Got a lot to do in this video. Let's keep working.
Nolan, have you ever used one of these things?
No. I think you put your hand right there.
Oh, dude, nice. Okay, here you go.
What do I do with this?
I don't know, they just told me to cut it there. We only had a few hours before the truck arrived to take this clinic to its final destination.
Wow.
Each one of these clinics is custom built to serve the community they will go to. And what's crazy is that these clinics have been built entirely by college students. And since BUILD started in 2013, these students have deployed 60 clinics in 24 countries and have already impacted over 200,000 people.
We got some more work to do here, but let's go see how Madge is doing in Texas.
We are currently driving through Texas to a small city named Chester, where we're going to be delivering a life-saving medical clinic.
Because of how remote this town is, getting medical care in an emergency is extremely hard. Just this year alone, the school in Chester has had 2 medical emergencies, where they had to wait almost an hour for an ambulance to arrive. And when help is this far away, every minute matters.
This is the first medical clinic here in Chester, Texas. I mean, this is insane. We saw the first iteration of it. It's literally a shipping container with wood, and now this is a fully fledged operating medical clinic. One of the coolest things about this whole clinic is that they have a telehealth center. Doctor shows up here, We sit here, we get diagnosed, we tell them exactly what's going on with us, and they'll have a solution.
This new clinic will be run by Timber, a local hero who was born and raised in Chester.
I'm a fixer. I like to try to fix people. I have a caring heart, but my mom was probably my biggest inspiration.
You're gonna make me tear up. Oh, I am so proud of her.
I think I was put on this earth to care and make sure my family and community are taken care of. I would get emotional. It's just who I am. This is my home, and I thank y'all. Thank you.
Chester, Texas, make sure you guys go check out your clinic. We really do appreciate you guys taking the time to come out here.
Now this entire town has access to healthcare right on their doorstep.
This is making a difference in the community. This is helping people get healthcare for the first time in their lives.
On the other side of the world, our second clinic has just arrived at a hospital in Nigeria, which will help give children access to open heart surgery, which they otherwise wouldn't have had.
How common is open heart surgeries in a place like Nigeria?
It's not very common at all. As a matter of fact, as a patient, you have a 0.00006 chance of getting open heart surgery in Nigeria.
As we learned from our previous work in Nigeria, if a patient faces some sort of cardiac disorder, the odds of being helped are extremely small.
If I were to travel to the United States for that surgery, I would have been looking at $50,000 and $117,000. So when I came here and I told that it could be done at a subsidized rate, it was like free.
Which is exactly why deploying this new medical clinic is so important, because it will give doctors the ability to screen more patients and ultimately help more people.
The opportunity to offer free heart surgery, it's changed lives and families.
Just this year, this clinic will serve an additional 2,000 people in this community.
Because of like these frames, like these clinics and everything that we're making, like someone got to have the opportunity that they wouldn't have had without this org. And so I was like, that's just the coolest thing ever. Like you can't do something more meaningful.
We also sent a clinic into the front lines of the war in Ukraine to provide much-needed medical supplies to the communities there. Because of the ongoing conflict, many hospitals were destroyed, meaning access to basic health care is extremely limited.
Так як жителів тут багато і потребують вони всі допомоги, і цю допомогу ніде нам благодійні.
So, together with the DAR Foundation, we ensured that the local doctors had exactly what they needed to support the community. BUILD also has 4 additional active clinics across the war zone. The reason the team has been so efficient in getting these clinics to these communities is because of NeuroGum.
A lot of companies say they want to do good, but in the case of NeuroGum, the founders actually recently came to Africa with us, helped us get a lot of kids out of child labor, and have been very involved with Beast Philanthropy. These guys care so much about helping people that they actually made these limited edition tins that whenever you buy them, all the proceeds go to helping people with projects like this. They're literally not making money off of it. If you've ever enjoyed anything we've done at Beast Philanthropy, go to this link right here or scan this QR code, get some energy when you're on the go.
Our 4th clinic is going to a coastal community far from healthcare access in Kenya, where it'll help treat a common condition called clubfoot.
This is clubfoot. If this is untreated, imagine trying to walk through the villages of Africa, where you have to walk to get water, walk to go to school, walk for your livelihood.
This is Scott. For 14 years, he and his team have been serving these children out of a single small room. But before Hope Walks was active in this community, people like Amani grew up without ever getting treated.
I'm a farmer, lakini kulingana na ule mshahara ambao ananipa uko chini, siwezi kukidhi my family ni kidogo.
In Kilifi County, 16% of people are born with a disability, and a large number of them reside in the rural areas.
Every week we see about 10 to 15 patients born with this correctable disability.
Healing clubfoot is actually a pretty simple non-surgical procedure where a doctor gently repositions the foot a little more each week, using a series of casts gradually correcting the deformity. And by the time the child is able to walk, you would never even guess they were born with clubfoot.
So right here we have our brand new baby, 2 weeks old, born with clubfoot. And next to her is sitting a 13-year-old girl, but she had access to treatment.
And although Hope Walks has already made an impact on children in the community, their reach is limited to only a few patients a week, which is exactly why this is the perfect place for one of these clinics.
We're about to unveil this brand new clubfoot clinic and welcome new patients who will walk free from disability. We are super excited. This is going to allow us to double our impact.
This clinic will eliminate the next generation of children who are born with clubfoot. Just like Amani's son Joel, who has been through the Hope Walks program and can now live his life like any other child.
Kids with disabilities face a lot of shame and stigma, and to be able to talk with families, encourage them, and then give them the hope of treatment and healing, it's going to transform this community and the coast of Kenya.
With all the clinics we're building in this video, how many people do you think will impact a year?
Over 10,000 people a year are going to be impacted.
Let's load this up and head to Massachusetts.
The last clinic is finished and ready to be shipped to the final location. We're sending this clinic to a housing village in Worcester, Massachusetts.
This is very important for this population. Wow.
We will now be able to provide our grandparents and grandchildren access to health screenings, vision screenings, and dental screenings free of charge.
This clinic will serve over 40 families every single week in this area.
Since we started filming this video, over 2,500 lives have already been impacted by these clinics. And we estimate that another 10,000 people will be impacted over the next year. Pretty crazy that this all started with some college students. Really shows that if you want to, you can have an impact.
This is all possible because of you at home, watching and supporting our videos. So thank you. And I hope this inspires you to get out and make a positive change in your community.
Yeah, so as you can see, those Texas A&M students, it's awesome. It's such a great project. And for us to be a beneficiary of it is amazing. It was a ton of fun to be with those kids, with those families, to see, that 13-year-old girl sitting literally next to that new mom and to be able to say, hey, this can be your child. Once they get the simple cast and braces, that they will transform your child's life. And to think that this happens in more than 210 locations with Hope Walks across 15 countries every single week is incredible. I was just looking at our data this week, and in the next week or so, probably in the next 10 days, we will cross 180,000 kids have been through our program. And all an opportunity to provide hope and healing and share the love of Jesus and help these kids flourish and run free from disability. And I love that they focus this story on Amani, and that's Clarice there, and little Joel. Like you saw, Amani was born with clubfoot. And with this video, we went up to his house. I met his parents. And the team at our clubfoot clinic say that he and his entire family are always the first ones there, that he wants his entire family to be there. He said, we're a family. We're going to journey through this together as a family. And then the photo on the right was just a couple weeks ago back at the clinic. You can see how they've grown up. Mom's pregnant with another one. We don't know. They don't have ultrasound there. So one of the things here in the U.S., a lot of these kids are diagnosed on ultrasound before they're even born. So they're in rural Africa. They don't have ultrasound. So we're praying this next one does not have clubfoot, but we'll certainly hear about it in the coming weeks. They certainly know where to get clubfoot treatment. But that is just such an amazing testimony to just the power of clubfoot treatment. He faced such shame and stigma, despair for a number of years. It sent him down a wrong path. Thankfully, through his journey, he's found the Lord. He's found a local church, and his mom was saying of all the kids, he is her hardest working child. And just such a great guy. And it's just so much fun to be able to get to know them as a family and journey with them, and to see their son walking, running, playing. He was chasing balloons into the fields when we were there. It was a ton of fun. So, but I can go on and on. I do want to take some time for questions. But real quick, in true Mr. Beast fashion, I want to end tonight with a bit of a challenge. In the first few months of this clinic, it's only been open since the beginning of February. They've already seen 81 kids with clubfoot. We have more than 81 people on this call tonight. And I just want to challenge you. If everybody here would take on one child, $40 a month, $500, you will transform the lives of these kids with clubfoot. And the super cool thing about tonight, the first 20 that we get sponsored, we have a donor that's matching the gift dollar for dollar, right? He wants to support kids in Malawi. So we can make that happen for him. But yeah, how do we help these kids? Simple braces and casts transform their lives. Joel's life is forever changed because he had access to early clubfoot treatment. And at Hope Walks, there's about 22,000 kids born with clubfoot across our network. So we've got a lot of work to do. This is just one spot where we can do this. But it's been a crazy few months at Hope Walks. As I said, we had a health economics article. So if you're an economist and into scientific research, that'll talk to you about how the impact of our work is changing lives around the world. And then we had this Christianity Today article just posted about a month ago, and in it, the author says that the work of Hope Walks and our impact is larger than any other Christian intervention for which they could find reliable impact data. These researchers have worked with groups like Compassion International, Operation Smile. They call Hope Walks' work totally transformative. We've known this all along, but it's humbling to see it in print and to have it written up by smart researchers from the University of San Francisco and Notre Dame calling us out. So help us help more kids. You can scan the QR codes on the screen. You can go to hopewalks.org/Mr. Beast. And then if you have questions, put them in the Q&A. Be happy to answer those for you. And also, don't forget, tomorrow you're going to get an email. Send us your contact details, and I'll send you out one of these Mr. Beast bars. There's one question in here. How can I request one for a remote village in Honduras? Well, that's a perfect question because actually Texas A&M is building another container clinic for us, and it's coming to Honduras. It's not coming to a remote village. I believe, I should have had my notes here. I believe it's coming to San Pedro Sula, to the clinic we work at in San Pedro Sula. But the students this spring semester have been working on another container clinic for us, and it's going to go help expand care in Honduras. So we're just so grateful you guys have joined us. You can get this video. So if you go to our page, hopewalks.org, again, for Mr. Beast, you'll be able to see the video again. We'll have it on our page. It's also on Mr. Beast's, Beast Philanthropy is also where you can find it. I'm not supposed to send you there. You're supposed to come to Hope Walks and help us support some more kids. But that's where it's going. We're just, how can I say it? I'm thrilled that he actually took the time to shout it out, because already over 500,000 people have watched this. And as I said, someone's already reached out asking for a container clinic. So happy to answer any other questions. And we're just so grateful for your partnership. We've got a lot going on around here. As I said, 180,000 kids will have been treated, and coming up, that child's going to happen in the next few weeks. We've expanded into India, if you haven't heard that. Now we're on Mr. Beast. So lots of good happening around here. And again, I just am grateful for you taking your Sunday night, and really appreciate you. And I don't know, not seeing many other questions out here. Hopefully you guys have had everything answered. To make donations to build, gosh, that's a great question. My guess is you can go to Texas A&M BUILD, use all caps, BULID, and I'm guessing you'll find it. If you can't find that information, reply back to the email that you get tomorrow, and I'll send you the information for where you can donate to Texas A&M. But student-run organization, that's Mir at the beginning of the video. He's the current president. And it was fun to see some of our other friends throughout it. But they send containers all over the world. So great to see people from California to Bristol, Pennsylvania on here. So thank you for joining us. Where can you get one of the containers? You need to reach out to Build. So Texas A&M Build, they do have an application process. It may have already closed for the year. It does run in the beginning of the calendar year, and then they make selections, build them in the fall, and send them out typically in the spring. So, yeah, we'll send out this recording to you all, and I'm guessing it'll be available on some of our social media channels. But again, yeah, thank you for doing this. Yes, and John, super grateful to have sent this one to Khalifi. It's it's fun. You have an amazing country, and yeah, if anybody on here is interested, let's go take a look. I'm happy to show you it, take you down there. We can go find Joel and Clarice and meet them in person and hear their story. But yeah, grateful for you. Hey, Hope Walks is serving in 4 and 15 countries. So Haiti, Honduras, and the Dominican Republic, all across Africa, from Ghana, Burkina Faso, Niger, over to Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, DRC Congo, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, and Mozambique, and now in the state of India, in Karnataka, in southern India. We just launched there in September. So um, grateful for you all, and have a wonderful night. Please share this video with your friends. Only 500,000 people have seen it. We need to get it up over a million or two. So it's good to see you. Good to see you, Peggy. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, have a great night. You guys are awesome. So grateful for you.
Hare